Now length, the L parameter. Length can be a little fussier than width. Yes, it's true that the up and down arrow, if you push them and hold them, will drive your material into the machine or out of the machine. But look how easy it is to accidentally slip off of the rollers, especially with material this small. Here you can see the roller turning, but the material is not moving at all because the material has fallen out of the machine. It's just sitting on the landing platform. So I'm going to flip back the loading lever, reload my vinyl, and then pinch down those pinch wheels by pulling forward on that loading lever. And now, when I push and hold the up-down arrows, the L parameter, the length, the y-axis, all synonyms for the same thing, I'm going to jog my material into the machine and out of the machine carefully, making sure that I don't fall out from underneath the pinch rollers. And I'm going to look for this precise moment right here, where I've crouched down several times and I've located the blade and I've imagined a line descending down from the bottom of the blade, and I can see in my imagination that it's going to land on the leading edge of the material. I'm near the leading edge, but I'm on the material, not off it. And I'm considering this the origin of my work coordinate system. And since I've taken the time to physically position my origin, I'm going to set my origin over on the user interface by pushing and holding the origin button until I see origin set flash on the user interface. And after all that prep is done on the machine, I'm ready to come back to Illustrator, go on up to Window, Extensions, Roll and Cut Studio to bring up the vinyl cut panel. You're going to want your model to be the GS24. If auto update is off, go ahead and turn it on. Auto update will reflect changes on the vinyl cutter itself here in this panel, like the W and L values. And don't worry if that L value seems very large. We've set our origin to be the bottom left of our work coordinate system, and we are going to control the L value with our artboard itself, which we set to 1.1 inches. Next, you're going to want to choose Output Selected Lines. This gives you control over which of your lines you're actually sending to the vinyl cutter. And you're going to want to scale to 100%. If you want bigger or smaller, make your actual art bigger or smaller. Unless you're in a supreme hurry, I would not recommend using the scaling function. Similarly with rotation and mirroring, I would keep those at 0 degrees rotated and not mirrored. Lastly, I like to see the preview always update with my changes, so I turn on auto update so that I can see the little thumbnail image of what I'm about to send to the vinyl cutter. And now the moment has finally come to click the Output the Paths button, which will bring up a window giving you one last chance to change your mind. But when you're ready, click Cut. And remarkably quickly, the vinyl cutter will drag the carbide blade across the vinyl, cutting your very first shape. Now you can take out your material and place it on a flat surface and use an X-Acto blade to carefully peel up the square from the backing material. And having done that, grab a ruler and confirm that on the X-axis, your W, and the Y-axis, your L, that you have made exactly a 1 inch by 1 inch square. Awesome. Now that you've accomplished this technical baseline challenge, I believe that you're ready to proceed with the project. And here's the idea. Use the same size canvas, a 1 inch by 1 inch square, and do something meaningful with it. Look around the room that we're in and ask yourself, where could I put a tiny little piece of art that would either educate, entertain, or persuade whoever stumbles upon it, and makes them walk away thinking, I'm glad I saw that, I'm glad it exists.